Hello, Class 9. Welcome to your biology session on AIDS to Health. Today, we are diving into a fascinating and incredibly important topic, vaccination and immunization. Have you ever wondered how a tiny shot can protect you from serious diseases? We'll explore just that. We'll start with the basics, then move through medium, hard, and finally, the hardest levels, uncovering the science behind these life-saving medical marvels. Get ready to understand how your body's defenses are supercharged. Let's begin our journey with the fundamentals. What exactly is vaccination, and how does it give your body a superpower against germs? Vaccination is like a training session for your immune system. It's a safe and effective way to prepare your body to fight off diseases before you actually encounter them. Think of a vaccine as a harmless, wanted poster of a germ. When introduced into your body, your immune system learns to recognize this germ and creates special, fighter, cells and weapons called antibodies. A vaccine itself is a biological preparation, often made from weakened or killed parts of a microbe, that helps your body build this resistance. It's all about making your immune system stronger and smarter. So, how does this training work? When you receive a vaccine, your body gets a tiny, safe glimpse of a disease-causing agent. Your immune system sees this fake germ and immediately starts producing antibodies specific to it. These antibodies are like custom-made keys to unlock and neutralize the germ. The amazing part is that your body also creates memory cells. These cells remember the germ, so if the real, dangerous germ ever tries to invade, your body's defense system is already primed and ready to launch a fast, powerful counterattack, preventing you from getting sick or making the illness very mild. This process is crucial not just for you, but for everyone around you. Now, let's test your understanding with some quick questions. First, what is the main purpose of vaccination? Second, can you explain in simple terms how a vaccine helps your body fight diseases? And third, name one disease that has been eliminated globally thanks to widespread vaccination efforts. Take a moment to think about your answers. Ready to go a little deeper? At the medium level, we'll explore different types of immunity, the historical breakthrough of vaccination, and how the immunization process provides protection. Your body has an incredible defense system called immunity, which helps it resist harmful microorganisms. There are two main types: natural immunity, which you gain from everyday experiences like getting sick or from your mother, and acquired immunity, which is developed through medical interventions like vaccination. The story of vaccination began famously with Edward Jenner in 1796. He observed that milkmaids exposed to cowpox were protected from deadly smallpox. His pioneering experiment led to the first vaccine, a monumental step in medical history that showed how exposing someone to a milder form of a disease could prevent a severe one. Immunization is the process of becoming protected through vaccination. When a vaccine introduces antigens, harmless parts of a pathogen, your immune system recognizes them as foreign. It then produces specific antibodies and, crucially, memory cells. These memory cells are like a highly trained internal security force that remembers the specific pathogen. If the real pathogen enters your body later, these memory cells spring into action, launching a rapid and strong immune response, often before you even feel sick. This rapid response is what prevents the disease. Many common vaccines, like those for polio, measles, mumps, and rubella, work this way, protecting against a range of serious illnesses. Many vaccines are part of routine immunization schedules worldwide, protecting against a range of serious illnesses. For instance, the BCG vaccine protects against tuberculosis. The DPT vaccine covers diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus. The polio vaccine guards against poliomyelitis, which can cause paralysis. The MMR vaccine protects against measles, mumps, and rubella, all common childhood diseases. And the hepatitis B vaccine shields against the hepatitis B virus, which can cause severe liver infections. These vaccines are vital in keeping communities healthy and preventing widespread outbreaks. Time for some medium-level practice. First, differentiate between natural active and acquired active immunity with an example for each. Second, who developed the first vaccine and against what disease? Third, explain the role of memory cells in long-term protection. Fourth, name 3 diseases prevented by routine childhood vaccinations. And finally, what's the key difference between an antigen and an antibody? Good luck! Now, let's challenge ourselves at the hard level. We'll explore the different types of vaccines, the power of herd immunity, and the complex process of vaccine development. Vaccines come in various forms, each designed to stimulate immunity differently. Live attenuated vaccines use a weakened, live version of the germ, like the MMR vaccine, providing strong, long-lasting immunity. Inactivated vaccines contain killed germs, such as the injectable polio vaccine, requiring multiple doses. Toxoid vaccines, like those for diphtheria and tetanus, target bacterial toxins. Subunit or recombinant vaccines use only specific parts of the germ, like the hepatitis B vaccine, making them very safe. These diverse approaches allow scientists to tailor vaccines to different pathogens, maximizing both safety and effectiveness. A critical concept in vaccination is herd immunity. This occurs when a large enough portion of a community is immune to a disease, making its spread unlikely. This collective protection shields even those who cannot be vaccinated, like infants or individuals with weakened immune systems. The development of a new vaccine is a lengthy and rigorous journey, involving exploratory research, preclinical testing on animals, and extensive human clinical trials in 3 phases to assess safety, dosage, and efficacy. Only after passing these stringent tests and regulatory review is a vaccine approved for widespread use. This meticulous process ensures that vaccines are among the safest medical interventions available. Vaccine safety and efficacy are paramount. While common side effects are usually mild and temporary, serious adverse events are exceedingly rare. The benefits of vaccination in preventing severe illness and saving lives far outweigh these minimal risks. Efficacy, or how well a vaccine prevents disease, varies, but even partial protection can significantly reduce disease severity. Furthermore, vaccination primes your immune system for a secondary immune response. The initial exposure, whether through infection or vaccination, leads to a slower primary response. However, subsequent exposures trigger a much faster, stronger, and more sustained secondary response, providing robust protection against the actual disease. Let's tackle some harder questions. First, compare and contrast live attenuated and inactivated vaccines, giving an example for each. Second, explain herd immunity and its importance. Third, outline the 3 main phases of human clinical trials. Fourth, why is a vaccine still beneficial even if not 100% effective? Fifth, describe the differences between primary and secondary immune responses. Sixth, for a toxoid vaccine, what is the immune system trained to neutralize? And finally, what is the significance of the R0 value in achieving herd immunity? Think deeply about these. Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll delve into the intricate molecular mechanisms of vaccine action, explore advanced vaccine technologies, understand the depth of immunological memory, and discuss the complex global and ethical dimensions of vaccination. At the molecular level, vaccines orchestrate a sophisticated immune response. When vaccine antigens are introduced, they're captured by specialized cells called antigen-presenting cells, or APCs. These APCs process the antigens and display fragments on their surface, acting like a most wanted poster for the immune system. T helper cells recognize these fragments and become activated, coordinating the immune response. They help B cells transform into antibody-producing factories and also activate cytotoxic T cells, which are crucial for destroying infected cells. This intricate dance of cellular interactions is what builds a robust and specific defense, ensuring your body is prepared for future threats. Modern vaccinology has advanced significantly, moving beyond traditional methods. Recombinant protein vaccines, like those for hepatitis B, use genetically engineered cells to produce specific antigens. Viral vector vaccines, such as some COVID-19 vaccines, employ a harmless virus to deliver genetic instructions for making antigens inside your own cells. Even more revolutionary are mRNA vaccines, like Pfizer and Moderna's COVID-19 shots. These deliver messenger RNA that instructs your cells to temporarily produce the antigen, triggering a powerful immune response without ever introducing the virus itself. These cutting-edge technologies offer unprecedented precision and speed in vaccine development. The ultimate goal of vaccination is to establish immunological memory, the long-term protection against specific pathogens. This memory is stored in specialized, long-lived memory B cells and memory T cells. Memory B cells are primed to rapidly produce high-affinity antibodies upon re-exposure, ensuring a swift and powerful antibody response. Memory T cells, both helper and cytotoxic types, are strategically positioned throughout the body, ready to quickly proliferate and eliminate infected cells. This pre-existing army of memory cells ensures that the secondary immune response is not only faster and stronger but also more sustained than the initial primary response, providing effective and durable protection against reinfection, often for many years or even a lifetime. Despite incredible progress, vaccine development faces significant challenges. Pathogens like influenza and HIV constantly mutate, requiring continuous vaccine updates. Maintaining the cold chain, strict temperature control during transport and storage is crucial but difficult in remote areas. Vaccine hesitancy, fueled by misinformation, also poses a major threat to public health. Organizations like Gavi and WHO are vital in overcoming these hurdles, ensuring equitable vaccine distribution and funding research, leading to remarkable global health impacts, including the near eradication of diseases like polio. However, ethical considerations, such as balancing individual rights with public health mandates and ensuring equitable access, remain ongoing discussions. Now for the first set of hardest level questions. 1. Detail the molecular steps an APC takes to initiate an immune response after vaccination. 2. Compare mRNA and viral vector vaccines mechanisms with examples. 3. Explain how immunological memory is established, distinguishing memory B and T cell roles. 4. Discuss 3 challenges in vaccine development and global deployment. And 5. Analyze the ethical dilemma of individual autonomy versus public health in mandatory vaccination. Take your time to formulate comprehensive answers. Here are the remaining hardest questions. 6. What is an adjuvant's role in a vaccine, and why is its development important? 7. How does affinity maturation contribute to the secondary immune response's effectiveness? 8. Describe the cold chain requirement and its global health implications. 9. Name another disease, besides smallpox, that global vaccination efforts are close to eradicating or have significantly controlled. And 10. Explain how a subunit vaccine differs from a live-attenuated vaccine in composition and primary immune response. These questions require deep biological understanding. That brings us to the end of our deep dive into vaccination and immunization. From the basics of how a shot protects you to the complex molecular mechanisms and global health challenges, you've gained a comprehensive understanding of this life-saving topic. Remember, vaccines are a cornerstone of public health, protecting individuals and communities alike. To explore more such fascinating topics and ace your exams, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting biology content. Stay curious, stay healthy, and keep learning.